Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Arlene Diamco, and this is my podcast, The MultiDimensional MD. I am back after lots of traveling, teaching, and resting up from all of that, and I'm so happy to be here. For those of you that don't know me, I'm an integrative physician, a pediatrician, and a cranial osteopath, and my mission is to help bring back the intuitive aspects of medicine back to medicine in practical and tangible ways so that we can access deeper healing and experience more peace, love, and joy in our everyday lives. And today, for episode 199 of the Multidimensional MD, I thought I would take a look at part of why I started doing this podcast. And it's because I believe in you and your potential. We all have this infinite potential that we are typically barely scratching the surfaces of, but we can tap into that more. And that is why I really feel and believe that everyone is a healer or can be. You have that in you. So in this episode, I'm going to outline why that is, starting with the double slit experiment and quantum physics, the importance of consciousness, how your body is a living pharmacy, how your thoughts can shift your physiology, and how you can charge your body with healing messages. Plus, I have a big announcement at the end, so stay with me. So the first here is this double slit experiment, which was done by a scientist, Thomas Young, in 1801. So at the time, light was thought to be made of particles, little packages of light versus wavelengths. So Thomas Young investigated to see if light behaved like particles or a wave. In this experiment, he passed light through a metal sheet with two tiny slits. And let me show you here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the images here. And light would pass through two tiny slits in a metal screen and then end up on a photo screen at the end to capture the results. So if that light behaved as a particle, then only two slits would appear on the screen. If the light behaved as a wave, then there would be this interference pattern as the wavelengths combined in various patterns and would show up as many little slits on the screen. So you can see that at the end there. So the results were really bizarre. So in this experiment, it was when the experiment was running, while the scientists were watching, light behaved as a particle. And so on the screen, there were just two wavelengths. It's as if you were just spray painting through two slits and it ended up as two slits on the other side. But if the researchers were not looking and they ran the experiment, then light behaved as a wavelength. And you get that interference pattern that you see on the right hand of the picture, where you get lots of little slits, and some are more intense than others. So what does this mean in terms of life? This is the foundation, that dual nature of light as a particle wavelength. This is the foundation of quantum mechanics, quantum physics, which is so fascinating to me. And what does this mean? It means that our consciousness matters. So where you focus matters. And I have a small excerpt I'm going to read to you from my book, I Am Intuitive, which I have loved hearing all of your comments, by the way. I've been getting so many little text messages and emails and direct messages. And one reader said that he said, I feel like I'm reading a manual to me. And so I love how empowering the words can be and how people have been able to figure it out for themselves. I had another patient say that she read one of the exercises in the book and she was able to, she had some pain, ache or pain. And then by doing one of the exercises in the book, she was able to process the pain by processing the emotion tied to it. And so that's just so remarkable that you're doing it on your own with just words in this book. So anyway, this excerpt was recently chosen by a Tai Chi instructor to read to her class. And this passage is also perfect for today's conversation. So I love the divine timing of that, because I just got an email that she had read it to her class. And this is on page 127, which is opposite the table for the vibration of words. And I'll also, If you're on YouTube, I'll also put that excerpt up here and we can read it together. So where you focus grows. I used to love to complain. It felt so good to vent to a friend in the moment. But though that was true, complaining didn't make me feel better in the long run. In fact, the more I complained, the more there was to complain about. That's because where we place our focus grows. Once I understood this concept, I also made it a point to share it with my patients. When we start to feel better, we experience what appear to be lots of little coincidences. I'm sleeping better, no longer having nightmares, I'm breathing better, I don't get anxious, my back hurts less. I call these little coincidences little miracles. And the more we notice them, the more we see them. This is also true for any perspective. It's your choice how you see something. This is not about a right or a wrong choice. In fact, you could acknowledge more than one perspective and be okay with them at the same time. You have the opportunity to grow with any perspective. But with a more conscious view, you can steer your life in a more positive direction. Priming the subconscious mind also helps do this. So the question is, can you see your light? Can you focus on your light? So that state of being matters, and it's a moment-to-moment phenomenon, just like a breath-by-breath phenomenon. So learning to be in a state of flow, of health is important. The thing is that your body is a living pharmacy. So your body manufactures these amino acids, hormones, neurotransmitters, and endorphins. And you can even pass on messages out into the future through your DNA, through epigenetics, to future generations. So events can be imprinted on the DNA and emotions and your experiences, and then carried forward into the future. Your mindset also affects your body's physiology, your mood, your immune system, your digestion. So if you think about something stressful, your body will automatically respond by releasing cortisol. There was a 2014 study by Everson that was published in Stroke Journal, and it showed that anger and hostility in particular can lead to a higher risk of stroke. Now, on the flip side of that, on a more positive spin, the act of gratitude can boast feel-good neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, and even rewire your brain towards more joy and happiness. It's part of where your focus grows. So even just starting with the question of what am I thankful for can start to prime your subconscious mind to go in that direction of gratitude. So even if you're not sure, if you just ask the question, it will get things moving. It'll get you some momentum. There's also just, realizing our connection with one another as well. So there's a researcher and therapist, John Gottman, says that this has been very popular in social media, that hugging for at least 20 seconds can trigger the release of oxytocin, which also helps people bond and feel trusting of each other. So there are ways that we can actually affect our own body chemistries. It's not just needing pharmaceuticals or drugs. We can actually, with our mindset, access our own body's chemistries, our own living pharmacy. And that's part of the point of how everyone is a healer and how we can learn to do this more efficiently and consistently. Everything starts from energy because everything is energy. So before being made manifest into the seemingly solid 3D world, there is already an energetic impression. It's that feeling idea before the idea is manifest into reality. Every creation begins with that energy coming through to be expressed. You are this unique and divine expression of the stillness of the universe. So it is that's trying to be expressed through you. And that's why our thoughts and intentions matter. That's why it's important to have a purpose and a why. That purpose can simply be to think and act and be with love and kindness. So use your energy wisely. Use your energy and with purpose and with passion and direct it where you would like it to go. And this is how we can become healers. This is how we are healers, and this is how we can access our healing energy. We're also these living crystals. We know from this digital age that crystals hold information. It's how computers work. We also know from the work of Masaru Emoto and Veda Austin that 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 water holds messages. And I'm going to show you their images of their books here as well. So this is Veda Austin's book, The Secret Intelligence of Water, and Masaru Emoto's book, The Hidden Messages in Water. And so they're both amazing researchers. And so they have numerous photos showing that when water is held with a loving thought or feeling, that a beautiful crystalline shape is formed like a snowflake. And Veda Austin has taken that work into even more messages in the water, more intelligence in the water. When you hold water with a negative thought or feeling, then a more chaotic display will be shown in the water's crystals. So when they take the water and freeze it just a little bit, it will start to form little crystals. And in the formation of those crystals, the way they are put together, it will be in a more beautiful and architectural design, like a snowflake, or actually show a symbol or a picture in it. If there is like a more loving message, if there is one that's more negative, then it tends to look more chaotic. Like there's no distinct pattern. There is no there's no, you don't have the beauty in the way that the crystals are formed. So we have the opportunity to influence our body structures because we are about 60% water. And this is how we are a liquid crystal, because water can, with minerals in it, can hold many messages and we know this because this is the structure of water and how it can be put together in many different ways. We know this through all the snowflakes that come down, that water can be put together in many different ways. So what if we consistently express loving messages? What would shift in our lives? And this is something that we can reflect on and use in our everyday lives. So we need to really become more aware of our potential to help and heal. And we need more people to become aware of their potential to help and to heal. So if nothing else, to love and be kind and to start with yourself. And so with that, I have an important announcement on School of Stillness. And it's with a lot of help and encouragement that I'm forming a school called School of Stillness, where everyone is a healer. And the purpose of this school is to help you get to know yourself and your inner divinity. Why? Because at School of Stillness, we believe that everyone is a healer or can be. So School of Stillness will help you to access your light more consistently, understand and process emotions, learn to live with more ease and flow, navigate challenges with more wisdom and grace, develop awareness of your physical body and energy body, direct your body towards wellness, set your compass towards inner peace, be a beacon of love and joy, appreciate and develop your intuition and extrasensory abilities, see the deeper meaning in life, and become more clear on your purpose, and realize you are a multidimensional being with infinite potential. So our first School of Stillness workshop is going to be on Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at my office in Roswell, Georgia. And this is going to be on space clearing the multidimensional way. You'll learn to reclaim your body, rejuvenate your home, reconnect with the land. And why am I doing this class? It's because occasionally I've gone into people's homes to help them clear the energy in their homes, especially after a major life transition, such as a move, marriage, divorce, or death, or perhaps the energies were just off and they just didn't feel settled or crazy. And other times people have felt off themselves, feeling like they're too affected by the world or taking on external energies. So with School of Stillness, I'm going to pass onto you what I know so that you can do this for yourself and perhaps learn ways to maintain your own energies as well. So if I teach you, then I feel that we'll have this ripple effect through the world, just like the book is having. So as you read this book and are able to do things for yourself, then you spread that to your family, your friends, your loved ones, anyone that you are in contact with throughout your day. And then after learning something new for yourself is that gift that keeps on giving. So it's this ripple effect that we can have through the world. And then I've walked people through this process before one-on-one, and the effects have been really profound. So ranging from these sighs of relief to expanded heart openings, perspectives, more clarity, and often these aha moments, these mind-blowing feelings of like, I've never felt like this before. I've never seen things from this perspective before. So in this workshop, you'll learn how to identify if you've soaked up external energies. You'll learn to reclaim your body as your own. You'll learn to identify stagnant energies in your home and rejuvenate those areas so that your home feels more cohesive. And you'll learn to identify if the land you live on needs help, and then reconnect with the land so that the land feels more harmonious, and so do you. So this workshop is going to be in person and limited to 8 to 10 people to allow for a lot of one-on-one feedback. And I've taught many courses to physicians and other osteopaths and in the US and in Canada. And the most common request is, can you teach other people that are not osteopaths and not physicians? And yes, I can. And this is where School of Stillness comes into play, where we all can access our inner divinity and access that inner healer within us, because the world needs you. And that's why I want to pass on what I've learned through the years, through other teachers, through my own experiences, through my personal and professional life. And I've put everything together in ways to make it very easy and fun. So you'll start to see that even challenges can be fun. Even some of the difficulties in life. I know I can't say that all of them are fun per se, but the growth that we get through them can be so rewarding, and it shows you a deeper meaning in life and all the challenges you've been through, and and any suffering that you've been through and other people have been through. We can't always know the big and deep why behind all of those things, but if we see a grander purpose, then we can see that there is something meaningful in every moment of life. And so this is to help you to really embrace that juiciness of living and that flow of living. So in summary, our consciousness matters. Where we focus grows. Our bodies and our pharmacies that respond to our thoughts and intentions. Everything starts from energy, and everything is energy. So let's be purposeful in our energy and move through the world with love and kindness. We are liquid crystals, and our bodies can store messages. So be conscious of how you charge your being so you can vibrate with this messages of love and kindness. We are meant to create and express our love in the world. And I hope that you feel that as deeply as I do. And if you want to have more fun with me, then go to my website, allworldshealth.com, and you can sign up for School of Stillness. Again, the first workshop is how to reclaim your body, rejuvenate your home, and reconnect with your land so that you can identify external energies and identify your own energies and raise that vibe and charge your space and your being with more love and kindness. It's a lot of fun and not as hard as it might seem at first. So hopefully you get to see that from my perspective as well and add that to your own. And I love to know where you are stuck with things, because the stuck point also it points us towards the healing. It tells us what needs tending to. So if you're interested in that, you can go to allworldshealth.com. It's under events. And it's you can sign up for that. It's from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. We'll have a light lunch as well. And later in the afternoon, we're going to have a book signing at my office as well. And we'll have some more music and meditation and some light refreshments. So I hope you will join me in this celebration. And lots of love to all of you. I believe in you, and I hope that you believe in you. If you'd like to connect with me further, you can on Instagram at All Worlds Health, on Facebook, All Worlds Health in Pediatrics, and again on my website, allworldshealth.com. You can sign up for my e-love letters. I send them out about every 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll see you soon. Take care. It's Dr. Arlene Diamco, the Multidimensional MD. Bye.